Hi everyone, this is Jill Kesti from Coalition to End Forced Psychiatric Drugging on Facebook. I am here on Friday, March 18th, 2022 in my home, and I am getting ready to go to my injection. Unfortunately, I have to get injected today. That is my Mr. Larry Lilly clock at 3:30, or no, at 3 p.m. And it's very much an anxious day. This morning we were supposed to go live internationally with a Zoom event for the CSX movement. It was a collaboration between my group, CTEFPD, Coalition to End Forced Psychiatric Drugging, and Banned Psychiatry Period, which is based out of Adelaide, Australia. Unfortunately, my friend Christopher in Australia, my friend Ja, was unable to connect to the event, and we had to reschedule. So I was anxious for that all week. This would be the first time that we would be able to speak with other survivors, other consumers, other ex-patients in a meeting that I was part of setting up. So I also lost a good friend this week, and I'm having some emotions, which is a miracle. I haven't felt much in the last 5 years, but this anxiety is coming through today, and I'm doing my video, which I do every month on the day of my injection, and I'm going to post it to YouTube, as I have been. I'm not allowed to videotape the injection itself, but I do a video every month in anticipation of having to go do what I consider to be torture. I'm going to keep this video a little shorter. I've been looking at my videos and they're extremely long and winded. I just did a Facebook Live last week for the first time, and it was an hour and 53 minutes that I managed to ramble on. So apparently I do like to express myself. My fifth chakra is open and operating well. And this is Biga Choo Choo. She is my only cat I have left. I lost Mazzy Goose and Mr. Larry Lilly to events around the psych ward, and the mental health system is shit. And I'm just repeating myself from many other videos and daily output on my coalition page, but it's not very good. We need pure respites. And if you can support me on www.patreon.com/Jill Kesti, Kesti, my goal is to get off disability and help run a peer respite in the Upper Peninsula here and be there for people in crisis in the Keweenaw, locally up here in Upper Michigan. The nearest psych ward is in Marquette, Michigan, 2 hours away. And unfortunately, the last few times that I've had to go to the psych ward, since there is nowhere else, I've been dragged downstate 500 miles in a police vehicle. And it has been, I was shackled in handcuffs, in emotional distress. And I don't believe in PTSD anymore, really. I don't believe in the labels. I believe in trauma. And I'm very traumatized by the events of the last 6 years in the Upper Peninsula mental health system. And it's the same way downstate. So I just didn't fight for the first 15 years. I didn't refuse their drugs. And once I refused, all hell broke loose in my life, and I have been a victim of psychiatry and a member of the CSX movement now, and I hope you will take our information under consideration because this topic does affect everyone. I personally, with my sociological background and studies and lived experience in the system of mental health for 23 years, think that this system is causing such things as school shootings, mass shootings, and suicides. And we have to stop harming and start helping. There are many alternative methods. Norway has stepped forward to comply with the United Nations Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities by having medication-free beds in their psych ward units. And that is something that we can focus on first of all in Marquette, in Sault Ste. Marie, downstate. We could at least have 3 beds in every psych ward in Michigan. I think there's 47 hospitals I read recently in Michigan. Get 3 beds so that people who have tapered off these drugs for several years have the opportunity to not have their tapers thrown out the window and go through a crisis choosing to not be medicated against their will. This is something everybody would want to have that option. Currently, right now, if you refuse, you will be drugged anyway. So that deters people from asking for help. And we really need to assure people that there is help out there and not harm. Thank you for listening. We will be rescheduling the international Zoom event, and we would like people from every country to join. This is happening across the planet Earth in every country. There are only 6 states left that do not have forced drugging laws in the United States, so I'm too poor. I can't run anywhere. When my dad dies, I may move to Mexico. As far as I know, that's the best place to go. Canada's out. Australia's way out. England and Europe. I would go to Finland. That's where my family ancestry is. But money keeps me here, and I don't even know if they'd let me in with my record. Even if I am very Finnish American. Thank you for listening, and I feel better now that I have this done. I should be able to face being poisoned in an hour and a half. I have no choice. If I refuse to show up today, I would have the police at my door within hours, and I would be being transported probably 500 miles downstate again, or 300 miles to Sault Ste. Marie. Something we can do locally is Marquette, focus on the Marquette psych ward and say we want med-free beds, at least 3, and we want that ward expanded so people aren't dragged downstate, away from their home, away from their cats, away from their businesses, away from their ability to contact local people and get support and visitors in the hospital. That's all I can say. Have a great afternoon and happy March, happy spring. Thank goodness I can't take any more snow. I can't, no more. We get up to 250 inches annually. So winters in the UP are really hard. If you're planning on moving up here, hopefully we'll have a peer respite, so when you go berserk from being stuck in the snowdrifts and dealing with the weather, then we will have a peer respite for you to relax your head and take your hat off and hopefully feel safe. Thank you.